Good morning and happy Friday.
Yay, it's Friday!
Dorothy and I have been wanting to do a live Q&A for you guys for a while now, so we finally
Finally.
got some time to sit down and make it happen.
Mhm.
So it's bright and early Friday morning, and we just want
Well,
to sit
I
down.
wouldn't say it's too bright and early, but
Not too early, but
oh, extreme. Oh.
so it's early Friday, a bit early Friday morning, and we're going to answer some questions that came in through the week. If you guys have any questions, you are welcome to ask. We'll put them up on the screen here and we'll answer them. And if not, we'll just read the questions that have come in through the week. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to be typing questions a bit, and Dorothy's going to be answering.
Oh boy, you're leaving me up with the talking.
And we'll go back and forth here. So, Dorothy, what's the first one?
The first question, it's a very common question that comes in quite a lot. It's the best way to increase your metabolism. So that question comes up a lot, and that's kind of how we design our meal plans as well, which is interesting because we design our meal plans around increasing your metabolism and burning body fat in the most efficient possible way. And how you do that is by eating more frequently. This is very hard concept for some because we are so conditioned in our world to that more food equals more weight on your body. But it's simply not true. If you're putting clean food into your body and you're eating smaller portions, smaller meals throughout the day, you're going to increase your metabolism. You're going to burn body fat as well.
Good answer. You didn't leave me with much there.
I'm sure he has something.
Yeah, it's a great way. Like we have to understand that we need food to fuel our body. So food's going to help us burn that body fat and increase that metabolism on a regular basis. There's other things that we can do, like spicy foods, for example, is a great way to increase your metabolism. Drinking water on a regular basis throughout the day, that can increase our metabolism. It also helps us stay hydrated. So when we say small meals throughout the day, it doesn't mean that we have to be cooking or eating 6 large meals all the time. So why don't you tell us some snack meals that we could have to increase our metabolism?
One of my favorite snack meals is peanut butter and banana. So natural peanut butter, of course. Trail mix is a nice option too. Homemade baking, healthy baking is always a great idea. We have lots of recipes for some healthy homemade baking. Yeah, those are some of my go-tos. Oh, how could I forget? Hummus and veggies. Hummus! I love hummus. So hummus and veggies is a great snack as well. So just simple, small things. Don't take a lot of time. Kind of grab and go sort of snacks as well.
Yeah, well,
You don't have to be fancy. That's one thing we really stress is we're not gourmet chefs here. We're just eating to fuel the body.
That's right. So, well, when it comes to baking, for example, when the baking recipes that we put together, they're all clean ingredients. So a lot of people say, well, I don't feel comfortable eating baking, but if they're clean ingredients, especially the ones that we put together, it's okay. You're allowed to have these types of foods, and you should be having those ingredients. So don't feel guilty when you have good clean baking, but just check the ingredients. Maybe we have recipes, and we have a recipe book as well. So if you have any questions around what baking you should be having, let us know and we'll help you out.
And all of our recipes are tried, tested, and true. We always test and eat our baking ourselves, or any recipes, so ourselves. Yeah.
So don't be afraid to eat good quality food. That's the number one thing that we can take away from metabolism.
Yes.
And then just finding different ways to increase spicy foods. Staying hydrated.
Hydration's a big one.
Right, and we get into fitness as well as a great one. Like we'll get into cardio here, but resistance training is more beneficial to increasing metabolism and burn body fat as opposed to long hours of cardio, for example.
Why don't you just get into that one right away?
That's a good idea.
Just jump on in there. And a question that came in this week was, how long should I exercise for? So take it away, Drew.
Let me put that up on the board.
I shotgunned the first question, so now it's all on you.
I don't see it here. How long should my workouts be for?
Yeah. How long should I exercise? How long should my workouts be before.
All right, we have our questions all planned out here. So
I think I threw you off a little bit by
You did. You got me.
by saying, "Get in there, answer this next one."
So I'll just pop it up there on the screen. So how long should our workouts be for?
Yeah,
So
the length of time. You know, a lot of times, I don't know where this comes from, but a lot of times we feel like we need to be in the gym for an hour or more, or our workout has to be an hour. And I'm not really sure where that comes from, that mindset of an hour. I know I'm the same way, you know, and my workouts are probably quite short to some people, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And I get to the gym and I leave when somebody's been there before me and they're still there. So sometimes I'm leaving and I'm wondering, I wonder what they think, because they probably think she just got here and now she's leaving.
Well, that's a good point that you bring up, because fitness, exercise, weightlifting was built around bodybuilding. So that whole bodybuilding world was kind of the pioneers of lifting weights. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger was a big one, Lou Ferrigno, like these guys started bodybuilding, like Mr. Olympia. They began why we work out, why we have gyms today. So if we could understand that we don't work out like bodybuilders, like you don't sit there unless, for example, you want bigger biceps, which are like bigger chest, pec muscles, or whatever you might want, bigger shoulders. Like few of us want those. Like we don't want those. We don't want just to have bigger biceps. Most of us want to be more fit. We want to be more lean. We want to be stronger. We want to be healthier. So we have to work out differently. So back in the day, you would sit there and you do biceps, like 8 different variations of biceps to help your biceps grow. And now, given that most of us, the majority of us, don't want to just have bigger biceps, we don't need to go to the gym for an hour and just focus on one muscle group or 2 muscle groups. If we can go to the gym and focus on our whole body and do functional movements, we can get in and get out in a short amount of time, and we don't have to focus on one muscle group, or we don't have to be there for an hour and a half doing our cardio for 30 minutes or 40 minutes and then doing our workouts for an hour. So when you're doing your workouts, those of you that are coming in and out, Dorothy, are doing a live here. We're just doing a live Q&A of questions that have been coming in throughout the week. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, leave them in the comments, and we'll answer them. We'll put them up on the screen and answer. Dorothy, when you said your workouts are shorter, what are your workouts like?
Full body exercises, and I don't take breaks. It's very intense for a short amount of time. So when I'm saying full body exercises, functional exercises, you know, push-ups, sit-ups, dips, you know, all of those full body movement exercises. And usually, I'm done within 30, 40 minutes, but I don't take breaks either. So it's intense for that time. But while you were talking, Drew, I thought of something. And, you know, when you have these shorter workouts, 30, 40 minutes, it doesn't mean that they're that you're getting less benefit because it's a shorter amount of time. I actually feel that I'm getting more benefit in that short amount of time. And it also helps to relieve the excuses, right? You can find 20, 30 minutes in a day. Sometimes an hour and a half is a bit more harder to justify finding that time. So that's another reason why I like working out the way I do, is because the time factor. We're all searching for more time in our lives, right? But 30 minutes, 20 minutes, it's easier to sneak in, if you will. Oh, did I use those right? Sneak in. I have trouble with these air quotes sometimes.
I don't think that's going to work out for us
anyway. Yeah.
Well, that brings up a great point. I like to work out for 20 minutes. Like 20 to 40 minutes is what we recommend. And I don't think you get less out of it either. Like 20 minutes is high intensity. You're working your whole body at the same time. You don't need cardio if you're working out hard enough at that time without taking breaks. And I think many times we sit there like, I don't want to go there for an hour and a half. But it's a whole lot easier, even on your mindset, to be like 20 minutes, I can do this. 30 minutes, I can get in, get out, and get on with my day.
And the workout programs that we design, you don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. It's designed to be done in your home without those things. So it's fantastic. You could roll out of bed and do a workout before you go to work, for example.
Yeah, and you don't you don't have to go to the gym.
No,
you find a nice place. You can lay out your yoga mat and you use your full body weight for exercises, and then that's like that we like to talk about. That's functional, using everything, and then you don't need any like props or weights or big machines.
Yeah, I go to the gym because I get up so early, so I don't want to be stomping around, exercising, waking everybody up. I probably do that anyway.
You probably do that anyway.
But yeah, I think we can move on to the next question.
What's the next one we got?
Well, let's move in, since we're on this exercise topic, let's move on into the cardio question. We had somebody ask this week, how long I should do cardio for? Was that the question?
How much cardio should I do?
How much cardio? So maybe length of time, how many days a week? I think that's what they were looking for.
So cardio is a tough one, because I think like we have that mindset of like we have to do cardio, like we have to do 30 minutes, we have to do an hour like each day. I do think cardio is a nice complement to resistance training, but I also believe that you get more out of resistance training than cardio. So for example, you see like women are a good example, not to pick on you ladies.
I'm like, where's it going with this?
But a lot of women are intimidated to go to the weight section.
Oh, totally.
For example.
I was like that.
So they just stay in the cardio section. So you see them doing hours and hours of cardio. Like when I used to work at a gym every day, you'd see the same people just stuck in the cardio. They'd never go over to the resistance or the weights. And you could tell like there's and it's normal, it's natural. There's like these big angry looking men that are grunting, lifting weights.
Yes.
And women don't want to be in that area, which is why it's a nice thing for us to say we just do full body workouts. You don't need those to go in that big, heavy section, big weight section. But I mean, for you, Dorothy, like it's intimidating to go over there, isn't it?
I'm more comfortable now than I've ever been, I'd say, but I have a lot of years of experience now under my belt. But when I first started going to the gym and exercising and doing workouts regularly, yes, very intimidated I was. So would you like me to talk about some ways that I kind of overcame them?
Yeah.
I was thinking that while he was blobbing away, that I should talk about some ways to overcome that fear. Because I was in the same spot. Okay, so what I did was I had somebody show me how to use, like I got a little tour kind of thing of the gym, and had somebody show me what the machines were for, how they worked, because nobody wants to look like a fool up there, right? Like trying to move the pins and the weights, and it's fearful. So I had somebody show me how to use them, so I knew what I was doing. And another thing that helps is going in with a plan. Don't be afraid to. I still walk in with my little book sometimes of a planned out workout, and that's kind of how my brain works too, is I'm very much a planner. But it's so much easier if you have a workout in front of you and then you just have to execute the plan. You're not always thinking, what's next? Oh my gosh, I'm going to look like a fool. So that really helps. The buddy system is excellent as well. So find a friend, go with a buddy, partner up, and you're in it together. Somebody to talk with, somebody to take your mind off everything as well. And an expert, find an expert to help you if you're uncomfortable. It could be a personal trainer, it could be somebody, that's been exercising for years and years, but find an expert to help you and to, maybe they can help you with a workout plan or show you a few things in the gym. But yeah, those are some tips that have worked for me to become more comfortable. And you just gotta do it. Once you do it a couple of times, each time you go back, it gets a little easier. But sometimes I think it never completely goes away. Sometimes I still go into the gym and think, I'm not sure about this. But if you have the plan and you just do it, you get, it becomes more comfortable. You do become more comfortable with what you're doing. So. And
then, the thing is like you don't have to go to a gym. Like that's the way we train. Like you can do resistance training workouts with avoiding the gym altogether. And that's something that I suppose we want to make that easier because of that intimidation.
Yes.
Like if you can't get over that, or if it's challenging, or time, like there's time, there's gym memberships, there's parking, there's travel, there's so many benefits to just finding a place in your home and working out, or now that the weather's nicer, going out to the park or the backyard and finding different ways to work out. So
that's a good point, because when you are traveling, to the gym, it tacks on more time. Where you could get a 20, 30-minute workout in at home and be done. There's no driving to the gym. There's no parking. There's none of that. And then the extra cost as well of paying for a gym membership.
So back to the question of how long should workouts be.
Oh boy, we got off topic. That's your fault. Kidding.
It's always my fault. So we should be doing workouts like efficiently, I suppose. So did I ask the question, like how long should workouts be? Or are we on how long should cardio be?
Well, we didn't really address the cardio question.
Right. So all right. So if you're going to do, we strongly believe that you should be getting your cardio in with your workouts. So if you have a high intensity workout, if you're working hard, if you're taking less breaks, then you should be breathing heavy. Like we should be getting our cardio in with our workout. So if you combine the two, your workout, your cardio and resistance training, full body workouts, 20 to 40 minutes to answer that question. If you're going to do a slower type of less intensity type of workout, maybe it takes 30 to 40 minutes because that you're taking breaks or taking more time. And that's perfectly okay, especially if you're a beginner.
Yes.
Then you can match up some cardio, maybe 20 minutes of cardio. And we always start slowly. So maybe we start twice a week, then we move to 3 or 4 times a week.
And same with length of time. Start slow, like 10, 15 minutes, and build yourself up to 20 minutes of cardio.
Right,
Walking into the gym, you don't want to say, I'm doing an hour right off the bat. Work yourself up slowly.
Yeah. I think that's where a lot of people get into trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to work out 6 days a week for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then a week in or 2.5 weeks in, they're like, I can't. Like, I'm not going to do this. This is too much. So slowly, gradually build. And the same thing with, like Dorothy was saying, if it's 2 days a week for 20 minutes, then you go 2 days a week for 30 minutes. And then you can increase 3 days a week to 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So, all right, what do we got next?
Well, let's see. What didn't we address yet?
Should I clean out my cupboard?
Oh, that's a good one. And I think this comes from years of watching on TV and stuff, those shows that, can I say the show, like Biggest Loser, like those type of shows? They go into your house. There's all kinds of them. They go into your house and you're starting this new healthy living, and they just clean everything up. The fridge is all cleaned up. The cupboards are all cleaned up. They're like, there, now you don't have to worry about that anymore, right? You just fill it with healthy food and good to go. But unfortunately, it's not how it works.
No.
Because just like we were talking about exercising, you have to increase slowly. For sustainability, same thing with food. We cold turkey. What is that other one? Cold turkey. All in, all out. What am I looking for?
All or nothing.
All or nothing. Yeah, quitting cold turkey. That all or nothing attitude. We've just learned that doesn't work. It has to be small, sustainable changes to get lasting results. Sure, you can clean out your cupboard and you could get results quickly that way, but for it to last, it's got to be small, sustainable changes. And also, I always think about the financial aspect of doing that as well. My God, right? Like all the money that's just going in the garbage.
Well, some of it should be going in the garbage.
Well, yes, yeah.
But like what Dorothy is saying is, like, we have this mindset of lack. Like, we have less than. Like, we don't have enough. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough friends. We don't have enough whatever it is. We don't have enough time in the day is a big one. But so instead of saying I don't have enough food in the pantry, instead of like change your mindset to having more. So instead of taking away, put one thing in. So it's just like in the bathroom when we talk about toxins, like the bathroom has the most toxins by far in the entire house. So instead of clearing everything out of the pantry, everything out of the bathroom, you take one ingredient, one clean one, go to the health food store, read the ingredients, find something clean, and you add it to your bathroom, add it to your pantry. And then once you start to see cleaner things, hopefully you gravitate to them.
Yeah.
You gravitate to the cleaner options and you use them. And then your mindset is like, oh, well, if that's clean, I should have something cleaner. It's just like when you have a meal in the day. When you have something like a nice clean meal, you're not like, usually you don't like, well, I want to have fries now.
No, right?
Because I just had like a nice salad. I feel fantastic. Let's go have fries.
Yeah.
Usually don't work. So if you start to put cleaner things in your body, you want more cleaner things. If you start to put cleaner things in your pantry, your cupboard.
That's what you gravitate towards.
Right, so you'll start wanting to have more, and then just add one like each week. You add another clean item, and you stay away from purchasing those low quality types of items.
Yeah, an example just ran through my head as you were talking, and a good example could be, I lost it. Refined sugar. If there's refined sugar sitting there in your pantry, then you could replace it with the honey or the maple syrup, right? And then slowly get rid of the refined sugar instead of just getting rid of everything all at once.
So Tamara is asking, thanks for the question, Tamara, and thanks for tuning in. Tamara said, what's the best workout you can do? 20, 30 minutes, Tabata, HIIT, high intensity interval training, or circuits? You want to answer that, or you want me to?
You go ahead.
Yeah, it's a great question, Tamara. Like a combination is always great. Like if you can find different workouts to improve your health, improve your lifestyle, and always mixing it up. Muscle confusion is a great thing. We need to continue to keep our body guessing and testing. So all of those on different levels will work. Now we're a big fan. I mean, they're all kind of the same thing. So let's say, for example, high intensity interval training, we call it HIIT for short, just for abbreviation. So if you have a high intensity circuit, for example, that's probably closer to Tabata. So they're all kind of the same thing. But if you work out, let's say you do jump squats, and you do push-ups, and you do dips, and you do sit-ups, and you go from one station to the next without a break, you're going to get a fantastic workout in a short amount of time, and you don't have to worry about working out for hours. Like that's going to get your metabolism, that's going to get your heart rate going, that's going to hit your cardio and cardiovascular and your muscular as well. So that's a great question, and a great way to get on with your day, get those workouts in and get moving.
Generally, yeah, I guess I was just thinking about my own personal workouts, and generally I try to do 3 exercises 3 times, and then with no breaks. I just keep going through the set over and over, and I try to hit all 3 levels, I guess, of the body. So arms, core, upper body. I say arms, upper body, core, and legs. So try to hit all three. Can you say levels of the body?
I don't know if I'd say that. All 3 areas.
Areas is a better word. All 3 areas in one set.
So you'll cover all 3 areas. You do three exercises, 3 sets, then take a little break.
For example, let's say dips for upper body, then planks for core, and then squats for lower body. And then you go through those three times
with no breaks.
With no breaks.
And then you take 30 seconds, 60 minutes.
Small, and between sets, small window again, just to like grab equipment that I need, for example, or grab water. It's important to drink water throughout your workout as well. So to grab a drink of water, but very small breaks. So just an example.
Yeah, and then we had another question here. So Tamara said, so glad you guys are talking about this. I can't seem to find time to work out longer than 20 minutes. As a working mom and somewhat single parent, husband works away, I find it difficult to find my own time. So, and Tamara wanted to acknowledge the videos that we do. So thank you so much, Tamara. We very much appreciate that. And then the work and time we put in, that means a lot to us. So, but you're not alone. Like
no.
So many people are in the same boat and struggle to find time, and really, like that's why we believe in 20 minutes. Like you can get a great workout in 20 minutes. You can get in and on with your day, and you don't need to be doing that, hour and a half thing. It's such old news that I don't think like you just
old
don't.
School.
Yeah, you just don't need it. So you're doing a good thing for yourself, your body, your family, like working to improve yourself, your own cardio, your own image, your own confidence, and that's going to your kids are going to see that in you. Your family is going to see that in you. So keep at it, and thanks for your support. What do we got next?
Did we go through them all? Let me look.
How long should I be doing training? How long should be?
The running question that came in.
Yeah.
So how do I start training for a run? was the question, correct?
Yeah, Dorothy, you do a bit more running than I do, so why don't you share with us?
I think our philosophy that we've talked about through food, through workouts, kind of blends in every area, because training for a run, much this, like if you're first starting out, is much the same as what we've talked about with food and workouts already. Morning, Dallas. Dallas just popped in and said good morning.
Hi, Dallas. Thanks for coming in.
So if you're starting out to train for a run, you're going to want to start out slow again. We're all about the progressive, small steps first.
That's how you keep it sustainable.
That's how it works. So if you're never running, I'm tripping on my words a little bit, but if you're brand new to running, the best way to start is to start slow. If you're running a 5K, for example, you want to start maybe with 500 meters or 1 kilometer. And it's always great as well to take walk breaks. It's not you're not doing any less by taking walk breaks. For example, if you're starting out, try 1 minute of running and 1 minute of walking after that. And then you can slowly increase. Try 2 minutes of running or 1.5 minutes of running, and then take a 1 minute walk break. And have a set time in mind, like 10 minutes, for example, and then you just keep building and building and building. Some other things that can help quite relate to working out, but you could find a buddy that wants to do running as well. Set a goal. That helps me so much, is to have a goal. So sign up for a run. Set a goal to keep yourself motivated. Some people I know in the running world use different apps. There's
Couch to 5K.
That's a very popular one, Couch to 5K. And then they tell you, I'm looking because I have a watch. Then it tells you, I have a running watch, which is more of an investment. So I wouldn't suggest running out and getting a running watch if you're just starting, because it is a financial. How do you say it?
Sometimes they can be expensive, but you can find cheaper ones. You can find steppers as well. So there's a lot of different tools that you can use. But I think that finding that group, like running's it's a community thing. Like, well, some people would consider it a solo thing, but I find so much more benefit. Like, I don't love running, but sometimes when there's 2 or 3 of us out running, it makes it that much more beneficial. And those that run long distances or those that run often, they don't want to run alone.
Yes.
Because you spend so much time alone. And when you have a conversation, it makes the time go by quicker. It's enjoyable to spend time together. So probably finding people would, at least for me, would be one of the most beneficial things you can do regarding starting to run.
And you try your best not to feel intimidated. When I first started running, I was intimidated to run with people who had been running for years, because I was always in the mind frame, I've got to hold them back, I'm too slow, I'm not good enough. But when they just most people love that you're into what they love. And they're going to help you and share their tips and tricks with you as well. And they get just as much excited for you as yourself, right? They're just as much looking forward to it as you are.
Right. That's what I mean, like the whole running community thing. Like when we spend some time around like runners that run often and have different goals and challenges, they're very supportive.
Very.
And they really want you to succeed. Like running's very different type of sport.
It is.
It's like everyone wants everyone to succeed, as far as I know, for the most part.
Well, that has been my experience too. I've been running for a few years now, and I find that too. Everyone's kind of in it together.
So if you find those people, find certain people in and around your community, they would love to run with you. So just ask groups, ask on social media, and find different people to help out, because they're more than willing. All right, so what do we got here? Is that
wraps up the questions we had.
Okay. All right, so
we covered them all that we had. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Those of you that are in here visiting, Dorothy and I are doing live Q&A right now on Facebook. So if you have any questions, you can ask below. We'll come in after. And thanks, Tamara, for your questions.
Yes, thank you, Tamara, for that question and tuning in.
Thanks to Dallas for coming in and seeing what we have going on. We have a few other viewers as well. So thanks for seeing what we have going on.
Yeah, it's always nice to look at the screen and be like, whoa, we've got people watching.
I think sometimes you can see that who it is, but for our privacy settings, we can't. So in the future, we'll mention your names, and if you do get a chance, just let us know you're in. Just say hi and let us know how you're doing in the morning. And Dallas says, "Thanks, guys. Great info." You're welcome, Dallas. Yes. We appreciate you as well. So we're going to leave you guys with that. We're going to be doing more of these live Q&As, so hopefully we can get a schedule ready for you guys and do it on a regular basis.
And maybe Drew can get out of bed a little earlier. Kidding! He held us up because he slept in this morning.
That is not true.
It's not
Dorothy
true.
lies. She drinks too.
Oh, stop it.
In the morning.
Stop. Kombucha! I drink kombucha. Okay, we got to shut it down.
All right, guys. Look, we have more viewers coming in. What's going on?
Right when things are getting crazy.
So, all right, we're going to leave you guys with that. Well, you know what? Yeah. You guys have a great day, and we'll thank you for being a part of our True Form Life community, regardless of if you're listening to this, possibly going on as a podcast, if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching through our Facebook channel, which is Facebook.com/trueformlife.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.